So, hi guys, we have already completed its first challenge. Now we will be doing another challenge of auto launched and schedule flows, that is of build an auto launched flow. So we have an requirement that we should create an auto launch flow which should create child campaign records, which should be having data passed from its parent record, that is parent campaign record. So if you have gone through this trailhead, you already know that to have data from parent record to child record, we should create some variables, and also that variable should be available for input. So let's try to complete this challenge. I'll be launching my org. Now moving back to it. First step is to create an auto launch flow. So let's search for flow. Select new flow, and as we have requirement to create auto launched, so we'll be selecting this option, then create. Now we have another requirement to create text variable. What shall we do? We shall click on this option. Now we have new resource button, then we should select variable and API name whatever is given in our Trailhead challenge. Data type should be text as it is mentioned as text variable, and this should be checked available for input. Then only this variable will have data from parent record. Next is camp name. Data type is text available for input. This variable will not be of text type as it is mentioned as, you can see, date variable, so its data type should be date and again available for input. So we have created all the text variable. Now we have a next step as to create record element, which should have label as create campaign. So I'll click on this plus icon and add create records, giving its label. How many records we want to create? One. Then this, we have our object as campaign. You can see it over here. Now we need to see set field values, that is name should be child of. Okay, next we have order can be changed. It is not necessary that you should have all the fields set in the same order as mentioned in the challenge. Parent ID, that is, we are getting ID of parent record. Now last one is start date. We can close this, save it, and we have given label as create child campaign, and then save. We need to activate it. And now let's check if we are getting our challenge passed. Congratulations, we have completed this challenge successfully. Let's move on to the next unit. Run an auto launched flow from a custom button. Hello everyone, so now we will be completing the challenge for run an auto launched flow from a custom button. So this challenge requires the flow which we have created in challenge 2. So if you have not done it, please done it. That is an auto launch flow. And now we will be working on this challenge again. So its requirement is first that we need to create a campaign custom button on campaign object as child campaign. So let's go to our object manager, then search for campaign, then from left bar we can click on button, links and actions, new button as it is a custom button. Okay, so label we have to give child campaign, and what other requirements we have. Display type should be display detail page button, and behavior should be display in existing window without sidebar or header. So detail page button without sidebar or header, content sources URL. So we have to, this is the text, so we will be navigating, we'll be giving it a URL. How shall we proceed with it? So in new tab we will open our previous flow, it is there, and we need to find its URL. So how we can go to it? We can go to the flow list view, then we can search for our flow, that is create child campaign. We can click on this view details and version. You'll see we have a URL over here. We will copy this URL, paste it over here. Then we need to provide fields. As you remember, if you have remembered that in flow we have created few variables, that is campaign ID, campaign start date. So those values we need to get it from our parent record. So how shall we proceed with this? We will pass those variable over here and merge it to our field values. So our first is camp ID. Let's start with that. Camp ID, which should be equals to, we'll click on this campaign ID. Okay, now we'll give the ampersand icon. Next is our camp name. Be careful that name should be same, campaign name, then again ampersand. Next is our camp owner. You need to figure it out to which fields you want it to map. So I need to give it to campaign owner or owner ID. Yes. Then the last one is camp start date. Should be this. But there is one problem. Our camp start date is a date variable, but this will return us a text. So what shall we do? We shall, if you remember here, it is given as that we should convert it to text first. So what we'll do, we'll just enclose this in bracket and then give it as text. So it will give us the converted text format, and then we need to set return URL. Return URL is where we want it to land, the page after clicking on button, where it should land. So it should land on camp id. We can confirm this from here. If you see, they have given us an example and they are using case id. Okay, so we need to use the original parent parameter, that is this. Yes, so this is, we will check the syntax. No syntax error, good. And now next step is different, so we'll save this. Okay, button is created. Now we will go back to setup. We have a requirement to create a lightning record page on campaign objects, so we'll search for lightning app builder, click on new. So we want to create a record page. We'll click on next. Then label is given as campaign lightning page. Object is our campaign. Next, this one they have campaign grouped view default. So we'll click on clone Salesforce default page and we'll select this grouped view default. Done. So our page is created. Now we need to upgrade the highlight panel to dynamic action. So let it load. This is the highlight panel. If we will click on this, it is taking some time to load. Let's give it a few minutes. So this is the highlight panel, you can see. Yes, sorry, it's taking some time because of my network. But yes, so you can see the option is coming now, upgrade to dynamic actions. We'll select this as our requirement is to upgrade it to dynamic action, and we need to select migrate and compact layout. So we'll select migrate, then next is campaign layout because we want it to visible on campaign layout. Yes, so now you can see all the actions which are coming on this top is visible over here, and we need to add the child campaign action. So we'll click on this add action and we'll search for our child campaign. Done, it is added. Now we need to save it and assign add as our default. Activate. assign as our default desktop and phone. Next, save. Okay, so let's check. Okay, I have selected it as desktop and phone, but you can select it as desktop. So let's see if challenge is completed. Okay, it is completed. Congratulations, guys. Let's move on to the next unit, that is schedule a flow. So hi guys, we'll be doing the challenge for schedule a flow under auto launch and schedule flows, that is challenge number 4. So there is prerequisite for this challenge. First, after launching your org, first go to process automation settings, and then check that default workflow user should be yourself, and automated process user email address should also be given. So I'll give my email address and we'll save this. Okay, so you can give yours. I'll give my personal email address over here, and then we can I'll do that later. Then you can go to company information and what do we need to do is we need to check our timings. The default time zone. What is the default time zone? According to that only flow will be triggered, so it is Indian Standard Time. Now we can go to flows. We can go to object manager, as this required to create a custom field first on object contact. We'll open that. Then on contact we have a field. Create a field of checkbox with missing data, name, select checkbox, then this, it should be unchecked by default, and then next, and it is saying that all other settings and other things should be same as it is. So we have created this. Now go to setup, and now we need to create a schedule triggered flow. So we will search for flows. So we have opened the flow list view. Now we will be creating new flow, as our requirement is to create schedule triggered flow. So we'll select this option, then create. We need to set the start date as any date in the past, and then start time is 1 a.m. Okay, so start date is let's pick this up and give today's date. Okay, frequency is daily, it should be run daily. can close this. Now we need to set the flow object as contact. Custom condition logic met is our requirement, and what are the condition? Missing data field should be equal to global constant false. Okay, next is account is null true. Account should not be linked. And third is first name is true, email is also true. Last condition is phone is also should not be there. So that is null and true. We need to give our logic that how it should be run. So this is this, that first should always be implied, but out of all other these four condition, any condition should be there, then also it should be triggered. Okay, so next our requirement is to create a text template. API name is chatter body. We will open this manager and we'll select this as template. So we need to give body should be any text you want, but it must contain the current contact's owner. So I'll keep it simple. Let's see if it should record owner. Sorry. It should go to this. Yes. So it should be enclosed in square bracket and then at the rate. Then it will be hyperlinked. Okay, done. Now let's move on. Add an update record element. We'll select update contact. Close this. Update record. Label is update contact. How to find records to update and set their values? It should be used as contact record global variable. Okay. And what are the filter conditions we have? We don't require any filter condition. It should always update record. And field values, what should be set? Okay, whenever it whenever it is triggered, we want our record to update this field on contact record to true. That is checked. Currently it is unchecked, if you remember. Now next we need to add an action element, that is post to chatter. We want to post it to chatter after completing it. So we will pick this action. Label we have given. Message is chatter body, which we have created. Text template, that is owner name. Next is target name or ID, that is record ID. And now we can just complete it, save it. It is the flow label name. Yes, it is saved. We can activate it and let's try to check our challenge. Flow start date set to a date before today. Okay, so it must have been. Okay, let's go 2 days behind so that it won't create any problem. New version, activate it again, and then let's congratulations, we have completed this challenge as well as our module auto launched and schedule flows. It was consisting of total of 4 challenges, and I find it literally very helpful. So I'll paste the link of this whole module in our YouTube video, and you can see that all these 4 are completed. And if you have any doubts, any questions, or if you want me to change any method of doing these challenges, you can just comment it out. I'll surely to read all of the comments and try to work on those. And also, if you like the content, please like the video, subscribe the channel, and also you can let me know in the comments if any other challenge, module, or super badge you want me to complete on the Trailhead. I'll happy to do so. Thank you.